Things I've learned about dating while child free. Number one is a lot of men will find this appealing, but yet they are not child free. And you need to be careful about this because one thing I've learned about men that have children, somehow they hold conversation more. I don't know. I don't know. It could be just meeting the wrong type of men that don't have children. I feel like sometimes men that don't have children are kind of shallow. So just be careful of this because it's not something that you want to do as someone that doesn't have a child is to date someone that does have a child. You easily like connect somehow. I don't know. I have found that because I think maybe because they have children and there's just certain life experiences that they may have more conversation. So just watch out for that. Some men will try to humble you. Some men will try to either convince you to be a mother, convince you why you should be having a child. Some men may convince you that that's all you're supposed to be as a woman is just to be a mother. Stay firm and confident. I mean, if it gets to be impolite, just leave the situation. Number three, you don't owe anyone anything. You don't owe anyone a reason. No is a complete answer. It's a complete sentence. You don't owe anyone anything, especially when you don't have kids with that person. If the relationship doesn't go well, you can just leave. You don't owe anyone anything. Nothing. You don't owe them nothing. If you are wanting to be in a relationship, date. Date and date as many of them as you can date because men do that to us anyway. Date as many of them as you can date. If you have a date on Monday, you have a date on Wednesday, you have a date on Friday, date. Go out on those dates. Also, take yourself out on solo dates. I think it's an important part of your journey being child free. It can be very isolating, and you find that you don't do much, or maybe all you do is spend time at work or doing work. Do your own solo dates. I would recommend before dating and trying to find someone is go out on your solo dates. Take yourself out so that you know exactly the standard of dates that you're willing to accept and that you'll enjoy. If you know how to treat yourself, you will know how somebody else should treat you. If that man is adamant that he wants to give you a baby before marriage, just leave. Just leave. Like, just leave. I've learned to just leave. And sometimes it can be hard because you're like, oh man, this guy's kind of really great and we made a good, partnership, or we have things in common. And you feel like if he just only got to know me better, he would understand. No, just leave. He's not going to understand. And you're going to find yourself in a situation where you end up pregnant. And my last tip is remember, we are not defined by our reproductive ability or anything like that. It is none of anyone's business whether you can or cannot have children, whether you have returned them to sender. It is nobody's business. You know? When these men ask you, why don't you have a child? You give them a one sentence. I don't have a child because I'm not married. Done. Done. You don't have to explain any further. I what. Don't tell them any of your history. They don't care. They just want to use it against you.